When you log in, you'll see the dashboard. I'm going to start by showing you just how quickly you can create a site using AI Auto Site, and then we'll go back and dig into all the features so you can really see the power of how this platform can create a fully customized site that builds and grows itself on autopilot over the long term to continue to generate content and traffic. So first we'll click on Sites and we'll click Create Site. I'm going to give it a subdomain like health. You could also connect it to your own domains. My description here will be health and fitness news from around the world. Click Submit. And technically the site is now created and online, so that was 10 seconds? I'll go ahead and add one piece of content to it before we take a look at it. I clicked on Manual News Creation. I'm going to select my health domain. The news category will be health and fitness. Language will be English. We have multiple content creation options that we will be taking a look at. For now, I'm just going to say write a news article about health trends in today's society. Click Next. All right, it says news created successfully. You can now review and edit it. And we'll take a look at all these options here in just a little bit. For now, I want to go ahead and publish this so you can see what our site looks like. Success. There's my new article. Let's go ahead and click on Sites, Manage Site, and I'm going to click the little eyeball to open that up in a new tab. And there we go. We have a news site, a health-related news site that was created in, less than a minute. Here's the first piece of content that was already generated. This is unique AI-generated content. It's actually a unique image as well, and we also had the option to create a unique AI news video. Now, as you'll see, in the upcoming minutes of this demo video, we have many, many options to customize this site and make it exactly the way you want it to be for your news site. And then to put it on autopilot so that it will grow continually for you. So now let's go back and take a look at all those features step by step. Here on the Manage Sites tab, you'll see your news sites that you have created. So you're not limited to just one website. You could create news sites for many different niches or sub-niches. It could be one general site for all types of news, but personally I think a great strategy is to get into sub-niches like health and fitness, or pets, parenting, sports, fishing, technology, or any niche that you can think of. Below the title of your site, you will see several menu items for managing that site. As we just saw, the first icon is to view the site in a new tab. The next one is to edit that subdomain in the description. So we are actually including free subdomains for you for your site. We will actually host this included with your membership today. So the one that we just set up is a subdomain called health.newsrilla.com. So in case you were wondering, your site is not hosted on AIAutosite.com. I think that would be kind of a funny domain name for a news site, right? No, we invested in a very nice news domain, newsrilla.com, which will work for absolutely any sub-niche that you can think of. But as you'll see in a moment, you could also choose to use your own custom domain as well. We'll go back to Manage Sites, and because I just mentioned custom domain, we'll skip over to that one. That's the yellow icon. And here you'll find instructions for setting up your own custom domain, like ericshealthnews.com. The next menu item is sliders. It's this little purple one. And the slider is what appears here at the top of the site, just below the top menu. So let's go to Create New Slider Ad, and you could use this feature for any number of different things. It could be purely informational, it could be about your site, it could link to a section of your site. In this case, I'm going to show you a quick way to add some monetization. We will link it to an affiliate link. And so since this demonstration site is on the topic of health and fitness, I'm going to jump over to the ClickBank Marketplace, and I found a health and fitness product that looks pretty attractive, the 7-minute ageless body secret. Grabbed my affiliate link for that. I also hopped over to the sales page to take a look at it because I can simply copy and paste some of this sales copy as a shortcut. So my pre-headline will be Attention, Women Born Before 1981. Just copied it right off that sales page. The headline, copied that off the sales page as well. Discover the 7-minute ritual. The URL will be my affiliate link. Obviously, you're not limited to ClickBank. You could use any platform like JVZoo, Warrior Plus, Commission Junction, or you could link to your own site. Maybe you have your own products for sale, or you're an Amazon associate. You can link this to anywhere. Call to action, I'll say explore now. And then my description, again, we'll just copy and paste that directly from that ClickBank product. We could take an image from that sales page as well. Again, that image is going to fit right here, so we want something that's going to be more horizontally oriented. So I'll jump over to Pexels, search for woman fitness training, and just simply download an image for free. Hop back over, choose my file, and click Submit. Now if I go back to my website and refresh it, here's my new slider. Attention women born before 1981, discover the 7-minute ritual that firms and tightens, creating a youthful and toned body. See, and it's got this relevant image that we just grabbed for free. And if I click Explore Now, it's going to go to my affiliate link. So I've instantly monetized my website. We can then go back and create an unlimited number of slider ads. So viewers of your site can then rotate through those slider ads. Now we'll click on Manage Sites again. And the next menu item is this gray one here in the middle, Theme and Site Settings. And this has a lot of different settings to work with. First, you have 3 themes to choose from. And once you've chosen your theme, you can also customize it by color. Right now, you can see that the main navigation items and highlights are orange. Instead of orange, let's make them blue. And click Submit. Now, if we refresh the page, just like that, you can see we now have blue navigation items and highlights. Within your theme and site settings, you can see we have several sub-tabs to choose from. The next one is Meta. This is used for SEO purposes. If you want to write your own title and description, go for it. Otherwise, you can go ahead and use our AI assistant. Down in the right-hand corner, you'll see our AI robot. Click that little guy. From the drop-down, I'm going to select Title, and you can either enter a prompt or, to keep things easy, simply enter the title of your site. For example, World Health News. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and use that. Click Generate. Latest global health updates and news, World Health News. I kind of like that. So copy that, put it in as the title. Now we need a description. I'm going to keep the same prompt, but from the drop-down, select Description and Generate. We're going to click Import, and it automatically copies it into the description. Back to our robot. Now we're going to go to Meta Tags, click Generate, and we have a nice list of keywords separated with commas. Click Import, and we're done. Go ahead and click Submit to save it. And those changes would show up in search engine results as your title and description in those search engine results. The title would also show up in the browser tab. Now we'll click on Scripts. This allows you to add Google Analytics, Facebook Pixels, live chat scripts, Google Pixels, third-party scripts, which is basically anything you want to add, that any sort of tracking or something like that, or third-party ads. This is not required, of course, but just to show you how easy it is, I'll go ahead and paste in a Facebook pixel and click Submit. Now that Facebook pixel will load on every page of my site, and all of those pages that will be generated on autopilot in the future, they will have that pixel as well. Now we'll click on the Social Media tab. Here you can optionally enter your social media profiles like Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, also known as X, LinkedIn, and WhatsApp. I'll click Submit. Now if I go back to my site, refresh it, and scroll down, I've got my Facebook link and my Twitter link added to the site. Next, we will click on the Images tab. Here you can choose a logo, a favicon, which is what appears in the little browser tab, and an optional slider background image. Now we do have a graphic creator available as an upgrade, which specifically is able to create these items. But for now, I'll just show you free options that you can use even if you don't have our graphic creator upgrade. There are many free logo generators out there like logo.com and a bunch of others. I just hopped over there, created a logo here in about a minute. There are also many favicon creators like favicon.io. So let's go ahead and grab the logo that I just created. And the favicon, I actually just chopped off a little part of that logo, just this blue circle part, and I'm going to use that as my favicon. Now, the slider background image is optional. That would go behind here, so in place of this purple background. So I just did a quick search on Pixabay for black wallpaper, horizontal images. Here's one that kind of looks like a blackboard. I'll go ahead and download that for free. Go ahead and grab it and click Submit. Now, if we go back to my site, refresh it, we now have my own custom Health and Fitness World News logo. And you can see this background. What it did was actually put it in place of that purple graphic. It still has this purple background theme because that's the theme that we're using, but that image is behind it. If you don't like that purple look, of course you do have 2 other themes that you could choose from. For example, this middle theme here. Let's take a look at that one. refresh the site. And that one actually uses that slider background essentially as is. And in that case, we would actually want to go back and edit that slider. We can actually customize these font colors as well. So if we went back to Manage Sites, Sliders, Update Slider Ads, click Enable Custom Colors, and you can see headline color, pre-headline color, and description color would be these. So we would want to make sure in this case that the headline and description were something like white. Update the slider, and now if we refresh it, see, that looks better. All right, we'll go back to Manage Sites, back into the theme and site settings. These two tabs, newsletter and email pop-up, are actually part of the Pro upgrade, so we'll skip over those for now. As you'll see, you can still create a great site even without those features. And we'll click on the Other tab. And we'll create some custom footer text. We'll save our own brain and click the AI robot. Go down to footer text, put in my site name, and click Generate. We'll go ahead and click Import. Right now the year is 2025, so we'll say 2025. And before we move on, I'll go ahead and click Submit so you can see what that did. Refresh the page, scroll down, and here we've got our own custom footer text. So that's what you can do there. Now right here where it says Quick Link, going back to the Other tab, we could turn that into something else, like Quick Navigation. And then we have other sections that we can customize, like our top news. If we come back to our site and go to the News tab, you can see here it says, our top news, stay informed with our news. We could leave that as is. We could create our own headline, or we could use the AI. So news headline, World Health News, click Import. We can do the same thing for subheadline, Generate, Import, and Submit. Now if we refresh the page, we have this custom headline and subheadline. If we scroll down, you'll see that we do have some banners. Going back to the home page, we've got a handful of banners. In the Pro version, you can customize those banners, and in fact, we have the ability to create custom banners with the graphic creator. But for now, we can actually go ahead and simply hide those banners. So back to the Other tab, just click the toggle button that says Hide Default Banners. You've got some other options here as well. The blogs are a Pro feature, so we'll also hide the blogs menu. We will go ahead and show news comments, and we want people to be able to add their own comments, so we'll keep that one turned on as well. And click Submit. Now if we go back, refresh the page, we'll see that we don't have any of those default banners. Once again, we'll go back to Manage Sites. We already took a look at this next icon, which was the custom domain. The next one is Share Site to get traffic. That's actually a Pro feature, so we'll skip over that one. And we will click on this gray icon that says Page Content. Here we can customize our About page. As always, you can write your own content or use the AI robot. It's as simple as putting in your site name and clicking Generate. We'll import that. Next is the About Us description. Click Generate. We'll import that. And then we have a subtitle. I'm going to say your leading health news authority. And click Submit. Going back to the site, if we now click the About Us tab, we have our site information. And it looks like maybe this title just needs to be a little shorter. Really all it needs to say is About Us. And then in the description, it doesn't need to say About Us again. There we go. Perfect. And we can also customize or remove this image. Now we'll click on the Contact Us tab. Again, we can use the AI, although for most of us, just a simple title of Contact Us is probably great. Or you could say something like Get in Touch as your subtitle. It's up to you if you want to have, contact information like a phone number, an email, and an address, or you can hide those contact details if you don't want to have them, right? So if you're not going to use phone number, email, and address, then you may want to hide those contact details, in which case you'll just have a contact form. So click Submit. And now if we go to the Contact Us page, we just have a form. And by the way, if we do want to have those details, you can enter a phone number, an email address, and an address. We would, in that case, unhide those details. And I'll just show you what that looks like. You would then have your contact information here on the page, which certainly does add a measure of legitimacy to your site if that's what you're looking for. Next, we've got the privacy policy. Again, your title probably works fine just as privacy policy. However, we'll definitely want to use the AI to write that privacy policy. So let's go to privacy policy description. Again, I'm just going to put in my site name and click generate. And scroll down, click import and submit. Then we're going to do the same thing for terms and conditions. We'll use the AI, select terms and conditions description, put in my site title, click generate, scroll down, click import, and submit. Now going back to our site, if I go down to the bottom, click privacy policy, we have a privacy policy, and if I click terms and conditions, we have terms and conditions. And we'll go back to the home page. So now I've got this site pretty well customized the way I want it to look. The next step is going to be to add content to it and put it on autopilot so this site continues to grow and attract traffic for the long term. One feature that I forgot to mention is that we do have language selection built in. So here from the top, you can drop down and select virtually any language in the world, like Arabic, and it will instantly translate your site. I'm going to go back to English. Back to the dashboard, we have two ways of adding content. We've got a manual news creation and the automated news feed. Manual news creation is when you want to go and just add one article at a time. I showed you one example of this already. Select my news domain. From the category, you can select one of these categories if you want to give the AI some direction, or you could just go general if it doesn't fit into one of these categories. In my case, since this is health and fitness news, I might as well go with the health and fitness news category. Now, if we go with an AI prompt, it's as simple as telling it what you want. For example, write a news article about health trends in today's society. That's all I would have to do, and it will instantly write a brand new, unique article for me. Write your own is pretty self-explanatory. That would be if we want to go ahead and write our own content, or perhaps we're using a different AI tool to generate content. We could simply import it here by using the Write Your Own feature. And we also have the URL option, which is a really unique and cool option to quickly repurpose content from elsewhere. For example, here is a recent health news article on the website from the New York City government. I can go ahead and simply copy the URL, that is the web address from this article, paste it in, and click next. Now, it's not going to simply copy and paste that article. What it's going to do is actually rewrite it. It's going to turn it into something new. It's going to reword the content of that article to make it something unique, which is exactly what you want for SEO purposes. News created successfully. On the first piece of news that I created, I did not include a news video, but you do have the option to include an AI created news video. So this time we'll select Enable. You can choose to enable subtitles and choose the video duration. Creating videos does cost credits, and the longer the video, the more credits it costs. Now, as you've seen, you don't have to use videos, and the site looks just fine. So if you want to save credits, you don't have to create a video. And if you run out of credits, you can always add more from within the members area. You can then edit the title, the meta description, meta keywords, the headline, the subheadline, breaking news, which is basically like a mini summary, then a news summary, the actual article, and then key points. You can also add a call to action text and link if you want to, for example, monetize this article. Let's put in my affiliate link from earlier, and call to action text will do a little attention getter. You can also choose between the AI generated news thumbnail or upload your own, and then click next. On this page, since we did choose to include an AI generated news video, you can choose your AI news template. There are also many additional news templates to choose from. To select one, go ahead and click the check mark and click Publish News. From there, you'll be directed to a customization page for that news video template. We can choose from many different avatars, and we can edit any of the text or graphics on this page. You can see that it pre-populated this headline here with part of the article topic, Northeast Public Health. So one thing that we could do is grab some more of this text and throw it here into the template. Once you're satisfied with it, go ahead and click Update Template. All right, so our news article has been generated along with an AI news video. From here, we can enable or disable this article. We can go in and edit any of the things that we just looked at. We can view the comments. We can click to directly go to that news article on our website, or we can delete it. Let's go to it on our website by clicking this eyeball icon. As you can see, it took the article from that URL that I had fed to it and completely rewrote it to make it unique content. It generated an AI image to go along with it, and it generated this AI video. Let's go ahead and play that for a moment.
Several northeastern states and New York City have formed the Northeast Public Health Collaborative, a coalition aimed at improving public health coordination and response. The collaborative.
So there we go. If we continue to scroll down, we've also got those key points, and then the call to action that I included. If we click this button, it'll open up that affiliate link in a new tab, Instant Monetization. Continuing to scroll down, we've enabled comments, so users can come here and add comments. If we go back to our home page and now scroll down, you'll see that this article has been added to our site. Now, all of that is obviously great, but I haven't yet even shown the most powerful part of our AI AutoSite platform, which is to put all of this on autopilot and continue to grow it over time. The ways that you're going to do that are using the automated newsfeed as well as the automated comment feature. So next, let's click on Automated Newsfeed, and I'll show you how to set up an automated newsfeed. Once again, we can choose whether to include or not include an AI news video. In this case, since it's an automated news feed and it's going to create new articles for me each day, I'm not going to include an AI news video this time. You absolutely could, but just keep in mind it'll use up some of your credits each time it generates a new video. We'll select my health subdomain. Once again, I'll go with the health and fitness category. The news language is English. And then we're going to select the frequency, daily, weekly, or one time. Let's go daily. Select a time zone, and then select the automated number of posts per day. Let's go with 2 new posts per day. We can either set it for a specific time to publish each day, or from the drop-down we can select random time. I want this to look more natural, so I'm going to select random time. And then we're going to give it a news prompt. For example, write technology news about AI developments in healthcare focusing on breakthroughs in medical diagnosis. Include the latest research and expert opinions. Let's see, I'll do mine something similar, but I'll make it about health trends in today's society. Choose whether to enable auto-commenting on news articles. If you enable auto-commenting, it allows our platform to go ahead and seed your content by commenting automatically using various aliases. Once you've entered your news prompt, go ahead and click to publish the news. Success. Now you'll see it immediately added 2 automated news articles to the queue. Why 2? Because we selected 2 per day, and it queued those for random times to be published. This first one is going to be published at 12:29 and 41 seconds, and the second one will be published at 19:43 and 40 seconds on the 24-hour clock. Now, once those have been published, we could come back here and do all those same things that we did before to edit it. But the beauty of it is that you don't have to go and edit it or do anything. It'll publish these automatically and will continue to publish news articles for you based upon your set schedule. What will those articles look like? They'll look just like the ones that we've already generated, and each of them will come with an AI-generated image. Again, you could go in and swap out your own image if you wanted to, but part of the power of this platform is that it is generating unique, original content for you constantly on autopilot. That's unique words and unique images. So no 2 sites will be the same. It's like the old infomercial that says, set it and forget it, right? You set it up and then you can just let it run on autopilot. The next thing we'll take a look at is the automated comment feature. To add automated commenting, go ahead and click Add Automated Comment. You can choose to comment on a specific news article or rotate between all of your news articles. Choose the number of comments per day to post, and then choose an end date for your campaign. You can also choose whether to allow relevant YouTube videos to be posted within those comments, and click Add. Now, the platform will go and add new comments to your articles each day. This will look like activity and new content to the search engines and will also encourage your real human readers to participate and engage. At any time, you can turn those off or delete them. So there you go. That's how easy it is to set up and automate your news site with AI AutoSite. If we now go back to my website and click on the News tab, it's going to continue to add new articles each day. In fact, look at that. It just added one in the last few minutes. Apparently, that first article was queued to be created within a few minutes, and then it looks like the next one will be several hours later, and then additional articles will continue to be added. I really like this AI image that it generated for me also. Those will additionally appear on the homepage if we scroll down the latest news. So the homepage is constantly being updated as well, so that it appears to be fresh in the eyes of the search engines. That's going to help you get traffic. And again, the sky's the limit on this. This is just one example, creating a health and fitness world news site in a matter of minutes. You can set up all kinds of niche sites that grow on autopilot.